This country printed $1 million, $50 million, $100 million, and they even went far by printing $100 trillion. This is the craziest money ever printed. This insane $100 trillion note wasn't printed in the US. It was printed right inside Zimbabwe. Yes, Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe's government started printing money like flyers. No value, just ink. Their printers ran non-stop, printing millions, billions, and trillions, thinking this would fix their economic crisis. The more they print, the more worthless their money became. Zimbabwe money couldn't even buy a loaf of bread. With what? This is a wallet-crushing disease called hyperinflation. In economics, this word is used to describe a situation whereby prices of goods and services rises more than 50% per month. This crisis happened to Germany in the year 1923 and also happened to Greece from the year 1941 to the year 1946. This crisis also happened to Argentina in the year 1975. In the early 2000s, this crisis also happened to Zimbabwe. So now, back to the question, why Zimbabwe government printed millions, billions, and trillions of dollars? Initially, Zimbabwe also spent $1 to $1,000, just like other countries. But when they elected Robert Mugabe as their president, things started to change for them. Mugabe's government collected farms from foreigners and handed it over to Zimbabwe men, not knowing that Zimbabwe men have no knowledge about farming. So this led to scarcity of foods, and fuel price rose. Money used for importing foods rose. After this, Mugabe's government didn't even think of a way to invest in agriculture. They invested in armaments, which they used to fight against Congo. After the war, here is the craziest move made by Robert Mugabe's government, which made me talk about Zimbabwe's millions, billions, and trillions of dollars. They bought a new money printing machine. They started printing money like flyers. They printed $50,000 to $750,000. In the year 2008, Zimbabwe's government printed $1 million, $50 million, $100 million, $250 million, $500 million, and this is crazier than you think. Robert Mugabe's government found a solution.
Oh no.
Here is the solution. In 2009, Zimbabwe's government printed $5 billion note, $25 billion note, $50 billion, and $100 billion note. Here is the funniest part of the story. A loaf of bread worth $5 million to $35 million. But after they printed billion dollars note, a loaf of bread worth $55 million.
Oh my God.
In the month of April 2009, Zimbabwe's government printed $10 trillion, $20 trillion, $50 trillion, and $100 trillion. Now, if a Zimbabwe citizen wants to buy a bicycle, just a bicycle, he or she had to carry bundles of money which can fill a wheelbarrow just to buy a bicycle. Imagine working for 1 hour and counting for 5 to 6 hours, comparing 1 trillion Zimbabwe dollar to US dollars. In 2009, this is not even up to $1, just $0.40. Printing millions, billions, and trillions of dollars affected people because millions, billions, and trillions of dollars did not circulate the whole country. So people were left with $5, $10, and so on. Imagine a situation whereby carrying money in your pocket is impossible. You want to buy a bread, pushing a whole wheelbarrow of Zimbabwean dollar into a bakery, and the baker just looked at you and said, "Sorry boss, the price went up while you are working here." During this crisis, Zimbabwe money got so worthless that it was so cheaper to use it as toilet paper than to buy actual toilet paper. If you think that is wild, wait till you hear this. Taxi driver had to become mathematicians overnight. A guy once walked into a shop with a bag of cash. He came out with just a tomato. People stopped using wallet. They used sacks, pillowcases, and wheelbarrows. 1 trillion Zimbabwean dollar could get you 3 eggs, not boiled, not fried, just 3 lonely raw eggs. You don't have to be surprised because tissue papers were more expensive than the money. Let's talk about what you could actually buy with 100 trillion Zimbabwean dollar. Well, definitely not a car, not a house, not even a big bag of groceries. With 100 trillion Zimbabwean dollar, you could buy a loaf of bread. One single loaf. When money became so useless, Zimbabweans said, fine, if cash won't work, we will. And just like that, creativity exploded. People turned into bartering. You want rice? Trade it for sugar. You need soap? Bring cooking oil. People started using goats as currency. Imagine walking into a shop like, I want to buy foodstuffs, do you trade livestock? They stopped using Zimbabwean dollar and started using US dollars and South African rands. Shop put signs up, US dollars only, no Zimbabwean dollar. They started spending coin in 2014, but when the coin was firstly introduced, people could not trust it. Zimbabwe government said 1 bond coin equals to 1 US dollar, but outside Zimbabwe, this is not accepted. Zimbabwe said it is $1, the word said in your dreams. Today, Zimbabwe still struggles economically, but the era of carrying backpack of cash for a loaf of bread is mostly over. If there is one thing Zimbabwe teach the world, it is that money is not just a paper, it is trust. If you can print trillions of notes, if people can't believe in it, it is just a decoration. So this is how Zimbabwe turns the phrase money can't buy happiness to money can't even buy a loaf of bread. If you enjoy this video more than Zimbabwe enjoy printing money, hit the like button like it is the last loaf of bread in 2008. Subscribe before your screen start asking for US dollars.